Hey, welcome everyone to Spaced Out DLC with Prehistoric on a fresh start. We're doing the purple turtle. Welcome, James. We're back and we're gonna start again and go from what we learned in our last bumble and crumble our way through run. It was much appreciated, all the feedback you guys gave and all the help on the way. Let's see if we can muster new crazy things that will be rather strange in this one. We have 3 duplicates. Let's meet our 3 first contestants. We have the excavator, we have Farmer Joe, and we have Science Max. And we'll have a buzz through their skills. We got Axe here with digging and constructing and cannot do the arts stuff. We have, what kind of trait? We'll look at the traits in a second. And we have Farmer Joe, who's actually got farming and strength, hiding passion, and farming passion. And then we have Science Max here, who's, of course, our lovely scientist. And all the new dupes after these 3 are going to be fired off at you guys. We have schedule stuff. I guess we can go ahead and I would like to test the idea. I was told that the downtime, giving the downtime does, having more downtime helps them out. I don't know how that pans out, obviously not that much, but if we have them extra downtime, they won't stay locked in downtime for the whole time. They'll go to work, I think. Maybe wrong. But let's watch to see if they do. No, we'll go with what we do. The bed to bath time and stuff like last time. Priorities. We have, of course, Max doing the science. We've got building and digging being focused on by the excavator. And Joe is going to be our supply runner and farmer. Focusing on the farmer, and then we'll probably do supplying as a equal job, and then the others for that. Sounds good. Let's have a look at our details of our characters. We can actually look through their bios and get some information about them. Unpracticed artist for Farmer Joe here, so he's terrible at it. He's germ resistant, which is nice. He's a vomiter and a balloon artist. Passion for tidying and farming, like we said. So that's his skills there. Yep. And we got Science Max here. 12 in science. He's pretty crazy high. He actually started with a, what is it? Oh, well, he's narcoleptic, which is, less awesome. He's buff. Ooh. He stands there and gets little bumps in his biceps when he curls. Sparkle Streaker, which is lovely. What else? Researching is his passion. Then we got the axe over here with digging and building. A balloon artist. Ugly crier. Unempathetic, so can't do medicine very well at all, and uncultured, so can't decorate, but loves any morale bonus from decor, so it's a bonus to extra morale. People often expect duplicate named excavator be tough, but they're only pretty. They're all pretty huge wimps. Okay, that's fun. Every Farmer Joe has this unshakable feeling that his life already happened, and he's just watching it unfold from a memory. They're all duplicates. If someone says something nice about Science Max, he'll think about it non-stop for no less than 3 weeks. That's a little obsessive, buddy. All right, so let's have a look at our space. Well, we have coal and algae. Imagine having algae and copper. We got a, what's this? It's an insulated something. I don't know. A decent amount of algae down there. Got a decent water pile there and here. Good. Got some more oxalate tiles. We got quite a chunk of oxalate tiles around. Nice lit space up there. Lots more copper again. I thought that was a thing. It's coal and dirt and algae. More dirt. That's a thing. A natural gas geyser. That is very unpleasantly close, actually. Come to think of it, I was like, that's great, but holy crap, that means like anything we build is going to be heated up by that, and there's no abyss light. Oh no. There is nothing to stop the heat between us. This isn't heated up tiles, there's just normal, and it's gonna be like 20 cycles and it's gonna have heated all the way to here. Yikes. I mean, it's good if we can, but we'll have to tame it aggressively and fast. At least lock it up. Some gold amalgam over that way. All right, well, that's what we see so far. Let's look for some spots where we can use. This looks potentially promising. Maybe not. We are on the Spaced Out DLC. Hello, Felicia! So we will have to see what we can do for other fun dupe option or fun critter options. Oh, that's hot all down there, eh? What do we got? Bristle Blossom and Chlorine. All right, this looks like it could be an okay start, but could also be a little sketchy. I don't see any immediate spot other than like this. Possibly up here for park activity. We're looking at 4 tile floors. We'd be going like that, and then we'd be right in the middle of this thing. A little awkward, for sure. This one's actually in a decent spot, but it's... I suppose if we have... I kind of want to do, like pathways on both sides. Might do that. Have a central space. This is 8 wide. We could even go so far as to make it, like, 2 wider and then put the pathing. And put, like, our vertical shafts here. And have lots of extra space. I feel like we didn't have enough space last time. That's something I'm a little concerned about. Anyways, let's start getting some digging going. We're going to go left and right here. I don't want to break into any shine bug action. We don't want to go that far. And how are you guys doing tonight? I do want to go over this way, a good chunk. That'll get us going. All right, let's let them do that side actually. Go that way. Go this way. All right, so movement tutorial. Thank you. 8.9 tons. We got a little bit of sandstone to start with. Actually, what I probably should be doing is not doing this bottom part. I should be more efficient than that. And we can do the ladder run. Are we gonna have... How much space do we want there? If we do our ladders here, that's probably not as much as I want to do, though. I think we're going to start at least a little bit over. Let's see about this. Something like that for initial space. Okay, and then I suppose we do this and we dig out the top. Let's go. How much do we want? Well, we can kind of flub our way through this. So let's actually just go this way. And I'll tell them to do the bottom part first, and then we'll put in the building as needed to get them through the first cycle or two. How you guys doing tonight? I'm looking forward to doing some things a little better and more premeditated this time around. What is this? Unlock new blueprints. 12 unclaimed blueprints. Those are aesthetic changes we can make, I think. Oh, solid pink drywall. Frilly slate gloves. A mining ceiling light? I love it. Algae corner. It's a drywall again. The Rubik's Cube puzzle cube hanging pot. We're so using those, guys. Petal checkers. Lemon glovelet. Striped symbio socks. Candy Satsuma. I don't know what Satsuma is. A juicy Satsuma scented bunch of balloons. Oh, that's great for the balloon artist. Hey, roll 5. Digital chili. And a petal X. Excellent. We got some more of those. I don't know how you get those, but that's cool. That gives us like the ability to change some structural visuals. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to have probably plumbing right away as a quick little something. I don't know how far we're going to go here, but let's say we go like that. Oh, that is, no, that takes the heavy digging. We won't go there. Do that, and then we'll put, probably 3 of them wouldn't be a bad idea. Do that, and then we can put down some beds, I suppose, or we can just let them sleep on the floor, it's fine. Get you guys to make this up. Now, I don't have access to down here, but we could get there fairly quickly. Reducing inconveniences like them getting food poisoning and so on early would actually be quite powerful, I'm told. Told it's good if you take care of your dupes early on. That's what it says anyways in the handbook. Set direction this way. You can copy the settings. Oh, hold on. I heard that if you hit priority and then you do a number, it changes them. Hold on. P9. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's a big speed up, man. Big. Biggity big time. I'm not going to drop anything further than that floor, so we'll go ahead and do some sandstone like this. And then P9. Rank. That is powerful. Awesome. Alright, what things are we wanting to regularly follow here? Coal, not cola. We could do dirt too. That would be good. Algae. Algae would be a good one as well. There we go, a few of the basics. That's right, guys. Sit by the potty. Enjoy your dinner. And they'll go hang out by the printing pod for their... Oh, really? Are you gonna be woken by the light? Oh, you might be woken by the hatch. Hi, buddy. The first of many arises from the Dups. We have... I wish there was a faster night version when everybody was asleep. Like some games that do that. Alright, hold on. Schedule. Did that work? Yes. See, so they slept. Did they sleep enough? So we're back. Well, that's fine. But where is your stamina? 99%. Okay. So they all got enough sleep, and they immediately woke up to do bath time. Are you guys going to use the bathroom? No. Because you don't have to use the bathroom. So you're just going at it. And happy. Okay, cool. I don't really need like morale buffs or anything for them, so maybe we switch some of those things to downtime next time and test the difference, but got more oxalate down here, water. So I'm thinking a central column of actual like space for doing things. Power transfer maybe, or some sort of a small, like a column of ladders here and a vertical column here as well. And then we have our main rooms to either side. Yeah, look at that. That is not a big space for that. That is going to heat that thing up real hard. It is not... what does it say? It's idle, which means it's not dormant. Great, so as we get up there, we're going to have serious heat problems real quick. Lovely. Okay, what sort of space do we have? If we make this thing happen here, do we have enough room in here? If we go to that tile right here, that gives us enough to make a room here. If we use that as the wall, we could go one in this time though, and make sort of a landing that was bigger. So we got more to work with, because we did have a lot of issues with strange shapes and spaces there last time. that was a little bit annoying. We could go in like this. Put some storagey stuff in the middle, maybe, to draw people in there. Yeah, I like the idea of spreading this out. At least one more tile here. Heyo! Welcome back, Tack Wolf. Welcome to the new Prehistoric. Who was it that suggested at the beginning of last attempt, our first learning run there? Who was it that suggested the name Purple Turtle? One of you did. I'm sure of it. This is going to be a storage thing, and I'm going to take all the stuff off this floor just so I don't... I'll frequently take the stuff off this floor so I don't drop it down to infinity here. And beyond. Another something over here. With a light still intact. Got some more clean water on the left. Not too shabby. I am going to change these into ladder spaces for now. Like that. I like it. Give us lots of wide column space here. Just the only cleanup I'm going to do is going to be right in the middle of the space. We'll clean the rest of that up. We'll leave that guy on in case we sweep anything else. You guys need access to water, so let's go ahead and try to get into there. We can do... Don't drop anything sort of build here. Like that. They'll build that, then they'll drop. Yeah, that'll work. This is sand, but this is not, so that'll catch it. I like it. Why 7 spaces, though? Not 3, not 5? 5 is right out. When they'll pursue this to 3. Lovest thou thine holy hand grenade? Against thine enemies who not being in my sight shalt snuff it. That's why. Welcome, Rod. Welcome. No, I'm just thinking more airflow. Last time we had major bottlenecking of airflow, and I kept running into issues where I was like, oh, there's another thing I need to do in this middle column. Like, I need to have piping here, and I need to have more piping there, and then apparently there's also the tubes I wasn't thinking of, and those have to go kind of through things and spaces. I don't know. Oh, they do move out of the light. Oh, that's cool. Good job, guys. I'm going to get the water thing set up over here. We're not going to do, like last time, we spent so much time prepping and digging into water things. We use them up. In like 20 cycles, I'll be like, crap, it's an empty hole. So why don't I just wait till it's an empty hole? Save the time, you know? Let's go all across there and then dig. Do that. And these should be E9. Do that first. Dig. Dig these ones out. Lovely. We're just going to keep milking it along here. Diggy, diggy, dig. Buildy, buildy, build. Oh, look at that. Too much space. That's all right. All right, go like that, guys. Now this, we can't dig that because that is too big. Or too hard, which is okay. And do this. Now, interestingly, I can put a single mop order right there. Oh, that was way more than I thought it would be. All right. Now, watch. They're going to, like, gather a bunch of water from this side over here. All right, well, I don't want you guys doing any more walking in crap, so let's do this. Look, she's still mopping. Still mopping. Still mopping. She's bringing over the water from here, which is kind of silly and annoying. But it's also bottled. Notice, it's bottled, which is great. Okay, so next thing I want to do is probably we'll throw in a bit of basic power over here. Let's take these 3 tiles like this out. Any suggestion or reasons to do things differently? I'm 100% up for it. Please do. All right, that was more water there than I thought it was. Let's just go ahead and mop it. You guys will just have to gather it up and throw it in there when it's time. We're gonna dig right down to here. There you go. We'll refill those flooring tiles in a moment. Uh-oh. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, me. Hey, a new dupe. Nobody's got any rooms, but hey, new dupes. Cook with super hard digging. No building. Irritable bowel. This is the bathroom use speed. So that is basically not a negative at all. We could have another digger with a suit wearing. Increased decor. I like this idea, Maria. Suggestions, thoughts. We got a quick learner. You guys pop in as soon as these come up. Fire your suggestions at me as soon as you want. I'll have a look at them and I'll come back in just a few moments. Operating, supplying, and ranching. We could get somebody moving that has the animal husbandry. Currently, we do not have. That's another narcoleptic, but that's okay. Face planting sleepers aren't that bad. And again, we have, right now, skill-wise, we are covering... we got the constructor digger. We get, again, Farmer Joe. He doesn't have the preference for animal husbandry, which we definitely want to have at some point. And a researcher. So, we'll pause there while we... Wait, you dug another one? There you go. Now you guys can get through there. You better hurry, because you're going to make it unbreathable. There we go. Get some air. Excellent. Marie! Choose a duplicate. Rename Marie to... What are we going to name Marie, James? We're going to choose Marie. Print her out. Let's go. All right, let's have a look at Marie. Her priorities. She's, well, everybody honestly should have a slightly higher attack priority. She is a digger, so we'll go ahead and give her that as a top-notch job. Digging first, then building for everybody that's doing it. And that's it for now. All right, let's put in the flooring here. Then we're going to go in immediately with our stations. I think our research, I mean, we can put our research up here just for the lighting bonus, I suppose. Not that big of a deal for now. We'll move it again when time comes. Power-wise, we'll have to put a wheel in as well. Let's put a couple of those. We're going to put in a battery or two as well. We'll just wire it straight like that and over and up. All very temporary. James, you got to name Marie for us. We have no beds, but we'll get to them. That'll be a tomorrow thing. I also want them to do... we'll go down here and we'll also dig out this stuff. And then we'll give a drop on that one. We'll get them to sweep up whatever is here. And here for now. And then we're gonna put that stuff in, get them started, get Max started on the research. If you guys would like to choose one of the characters' names, you're welcome to it. Let me know in the comments. I can name them after you or anything that I could explain verbally with my kids watching. Because they do watch this, so, you know. Thank you, ahead of time. Purple Turtle, that's the name of the base. Look, up here, the Purple Turtle. You can't name Marie the Purple Turtle. You can tell her to stop running on that device when it's so silly. 30%. Let's make it a high priority, but also disable. Oh, I need everybody's everybody's priorities for toggling should be like very high, and life support should be high. Good. Again, stop the running on a building that is not operational. Go. Oh, then James. Okay. Got it. Where's our James? There you are. So, James, today you are our newest and our first skilled hard digger. So you're a digger with a suit training, which is awesome. I like the extra bonus carry job. We are going to give her the hard digging so she can get digging these tiles out right away, which is awesome. All right, these can be enabled now. That's good. We are also going to be very short on air at this point, I imagine. Oh, we're in almost instant suffocation mode right now, which is stellar, I'm sure. For now, I'm going to go ahead with like this. And we're just going to run a couple of these things. And I suppose we'll very quickly need to regulate them somehow. And there you go. Do all that stuff, everybody. So, research-wise, let's get our research going. I don't think we'll do the coal generator too quickly this time. Which direction do we want to go first? There's so many things to do. Putting the coal online, would be good, but start consuming resources. We head to advanced science, I suppose, right away wouldn't be a bad idea. We can give them beds and give them an actual room and get them eating stuff, but none of these are going to really be useful until we have the resources. Okay, I think our first go is going to be straight into science. Yeah, let's do it. At least I won't be sleeping all the time. Are you sure? No, that person wasn't the one that has narcolepsy, right? James is not the narcoleptic? Where are you, James? So James's bio is digging. Interests are digging and suit wearing. So an off-world, perhaps? Send James on the off-world this time instead of Tack Wolf. Irritable bowel. Innately stylish. Yeah. Sparkle streaker and ugly crier. Nice. Innately stylish. The increased decor is awesome. Do you just glow with positive decor? Total. Apparently you have like a really low. Oh, the ladders and everything is causing. Oh, and an oxygen diffuser. All those things are upsetting you. All right. We're gonna go ahead and put the connection in here and get this stuff dug out. That is fine, actually, to just dig straight through. We'll put in the ladder runs in here to get building going in for the basic structures first. We do have access to some food over here. We still have lots of nutrient bars. With 4 dupes, we've got, what is that, 4 and a bit cycles still without any other digging. So away we go with the sciencing. We're slightly oxygen deprived, so everybody's barely breathing. Like literally we got down to under 100 grams of oxygen in the spaces that we live in, which is disturbing. I think we'll do just the we'll have the latrine here. We'll put the a quick bedroom in here as soon as they're able. Oops. What is in that pocket? Is that just it's carbon dioxide? That's fine. So that's lovely. We're digging straight towards the heat. That sounds like the smartest move I've ever done. Which means my science should probably make sure that we consider very early getting to this. So I would probably go with that almost first, because this thing is going to be crazy. It's idle, and we're going to have to actually go in and build like diagonal tiles to put the heat blocking in here. Yeah, that's rough. That's gonna be not pleasant at all. Ugh, okay, hey, we got some thimbleweed over here. It's just polluted oxygen, so we could totally get in there early. There's a big abyssalite, like, wall here, and then it disappears. Like, this will be keeping the temperature out on this side, between these two, but the heat's already in here. Oh boy, yeah, we gotta close off the outside walls real quick. I think we will probably very aggressively wall this up. Watching to see if there's anything that's going to change my direction of action here. We have iron over this way. Some bleach stone. So what sort of things... Hey! A hot tub? What? Outside a recreation room. It's a hot tub, guys. Requires piping to and from the tub and power to run the jets. Water must be a comfortable temperature and will cool rapidly. Increases duplicant morale and leaves them feeling deliciously warm. Relaxes duplicants with massaging jets to heat and heated liquid. Okay, that's fabulous. That's really a little too far already. I'm impressed, guys. I'm impressed. All right, so we're ending that cycle off, not quite finishing the advanced science. We got some overdone central column here. We might do maybe 2 columns is more than we need. I mean, if it's a 7 wide column, that should be enough. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we get lucky and find a pip. And then we can start putting, like, I don't know, some early farm stuff. Maybe we'll leave some of these natural tiles. 1, 2... Yeah, we wouldn't be able to... We couldn't be getting 4 with a natural... Oh, James. You're holding your breath while sleeping. And with a sore back. That's impressive, man. That is impressive. What is your stamina? Your stress is 0 somehow. Stamina made it up full. Good. So he's just waking up now because he's allowed to sleep through a bath time. He'll keep sleeping. It's not work time forces them to wake up. Sleep time, bedtime forces them to try to get to bed. Bath time tells them to check their bladder, and if it's above a certain percentage, then they go use the bathroom. So if we make more bath times throughout the day, they will go and try and check them, which should be good actually for them. All right, the first research is done. The first 2 researches is done. That gives us those. I'm going to go straight to those heat tiles management right there. I think that's a good go. Overpressure. Okay, so it's not emitting because it's overpressure. But what we can do is we can actually dig in, like, if we came in from an angle, we could, like, put the tile in here. Right? If imagine these are the insulated tiles, we could put a tile in there. And, right? And like we did on the other one, and then just dig our way up. One at a time, accessing the next piece. With ladders or whatever, but... We'll have to lock that in very, very early, because that's going to be, like, literally right in my face. What was that message? Boop, 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 boop. Invalid construction? Oh, yeah, I know. I know, guys. It's invalid. They're all invalid construction spots. You don't need those in there. Yeah, you do. You do, because you can't get across that without them. How did you get there? How did he get across? Was he sleeping there last night? That's possible. That is possible. Alright, running on the power, they crank it right up real quick. 2 of them, that's nice. I think that increases operating. The errands related on this would be probably operating, eh? Trying to learn some more details as we go. Run on it, watching duplicates run on it is adorable. Electrical power is just the added bonus. It doesn't show in here what the errand type is. I guess it would if there was an unavailable errand, which there's going to be very quickly. There we go. Operating. Okay, yeah, that is a mechanical machinery skill. Research runs out. Somebody hops on the research on the spinner to get things done. Okay. I don't need those actually swept, but I'm going to go ahead and give a sweep order for this stuff here. Before we dig any further down, I want that thrown in a bucket. And we'll go ahead and dig in here as well. Not through the abyssal, but to it anyways. If I leave this part undone, we could put a roof on this. It's probably a reasonable place to stop building above or towards the heat. So let's do that. that. We can't get through the abyssalite, which is, again, fine. Build those in, then we should be able to get up there. Alright, the breathability is now back up, which is nice. Nobody's gonna suffocate. I'm just cleaning this stuff out before we put the floors in, so they'll all drop down into the latrine. Pooping everything down to the latrine, dudes. Let's go that part in as well. That in as well. We'll dig this down, take that out, put in some floors. Boop, boop, like that. Lovely. We still have enough water sitting on the ground. That's why I haven't bothered opening that up. Maybe we put our research buildings right in here. Nice big free chunk of oxalite in there. Do that. Yeah, we could do that. And then dig this stuff out. Yeah. Go in there. Dig this out. We'll leave the let the oxalate be taken out. Doesn't matter these days, so again, cycle 5 already done. We got some people with skill points. Axe, nicely done, axe. All right, you're gonna go with the hard digging as well. Hard digging or constructing? Yeah, I'm gonna go with hard digging as well. Lovely. And then by the end of the day, the next day, we're going to go ahead and get them a latrine. Room set up as latrine officially. And then a barracks as well. Like that. We got a few hatches that need some attention. Is it too early to get the coal power set up? We have enough coal. I'm pretty sure we do. Let's build that in. Lots of free, fresh air there for us. We have already 12.5 tons of algae, so I think if we're gonna do things efficiently, we should probably get the coal in sooner rather than later. Max comes in with his advanced research, so we can get him set up with the research room up top. Or down here. It's probably wiser to do it down here for now. We'll do this and this. And we'll put in a light when it's appropriate. And go there. Go ahead and put a storage in there for the dirt. And then we'll put a water collector on the other side of the room. How big does the laboratory have to be? Laboratory! 32 tiles. Like that. So we can go and put a there. I can't have the water collector in unless we move that stuff. Okay. More digging and stuff. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. These plants are all in the wrong places. These are okay if we set this up right. Alright. Big abyssalite pit down here. Missing research station. Yeah, we'll get on it. I want to at least take the stuff out of these 2 tiles where we're going to get the access into the water. Okay, do that, and we'll clean up these right here so we don't throw things in the ground. The actual water bottles I do need to relocate. Come on. There you go. Do that as well. Move those guys. That dirt, this one can be deconstructed now. There's no point in leaving it there. Power can come along here. We'll sweep these things out. Then I can take those tiles apart and I can put in a pitcher pump for the advanced research. There you go. Take those out, put in the pitcher pump. Right here. Lovely. Oh no. Alright, we got another printable coming in. 1,000 kilograms of rust. Okay. Or we have auto, doctor digging, operating interest, only one of each. The quick learner science and increased agriculture, the green thumb. Cannot cook. Excavator, the tier 1 grilling. So already a cook, but no passion in it. No, that's a bunch of extra calories. You'd have to be pretty good to warrant that. Shabby dress or decreased decor is kind of annoying. Not seeing any of these as spectacular, so I'm going to pop that off there. Once again, cycle 6 and we still haven't given them a bed. No problems, they're fine. They don't have much expectations and needs at the beginning, so hey, they don't have any high skills. Giving them beds and stuff would be much better, because the sore back debuff is actually quite annoying. You get, what does your sore back debuff do? Dooba-dooba-doo. Full bladder? What? Oh, today's stresses. Gotcha. Where's your sore back debuff? I mean, everybody should have it, right? Where does it show up? Why am I not seeing it? James. Sore back. There we go. -1 athletics for half a cycle. That's not good. It's not terrible. Hey, Axe is actually in a bed. Oh, because there's solid ground under there. I didn't realize those beds were actually viable. Good job. Way to find it. Alright, Joe has his first skill. We're going to go into farming for Joe. Alright, these can get dug out here, although I decided not to go that way. Still, they can get dug out. Alright, this stuff is nearest to completion. It's going to be a while before we have extra space in this water here. Kind of cool. I like that we've got the surplus water. It was an accident, but hey, a happy accident. There we go. The research station going in. Power going in as well. So we just need the advanced research system going in as well. You're got a bit more to go on there. So this thing is going to be just for dirt. Right here. Smart dirt. No, science dirt. We don't need 20,000. We can do 5. It's way more than we'll ever need to have stocked there. And again, if you hit the thing and you hit enter, it enables the building. But I keep accidentally disabling the building. It took me a long time to figure out what the heck I was doing wrong. See, he didn't go to the pump for that. He just cleaned up all the water off the floor. Look at that. A little extra, and there we have it. You've got enough water to keep things rolling for a while. Wonderful. I think we'll just leave as much natural barriers where they're useful as possible. Should I? Yeah, I was going to say, should I already be concerned about this heat? Of course I should. Look at that. It's crazy. You're going to have the thermal tiles very soon. We won't have the igneous rock for it. I don't even know where that would be. Don't remember. Is igneous in these? Sedimentary, granite, nope. What biome is that? Oh, that's over here, right? No. Yes, no. Phosphorite, iron, coal. There's igneous rock. Some of it. Yeah, we're nowhere near getting the thermal bonus of igneous rock. We can come in and put a wall around it at least somewhat. Got some more polluted water up here. Looking around for what we have. Carbon dioxide. A buddy bud. Alright, you guys are standing around doing nothing, which means you're done your research. And you're being lazy. Let's get down the farming tree, I guess. Yeah. That's probably a good go at this point. And we'll dig all this stuff out, and we'll get them going on the rest of that. We don't have super duper digging yet. Way to go, James. Get a big applause from Axe. Alright, you dug yourselves into a hole, literally. Now you're throwing critters on the floor. Could we maybe get those to happen? That'd be great, so they're not stranded up there. Thank you. Oh my goodness, it's already the end of the cycle. Man, how time flies when you're on high speed all the time. Okay, they got a lot to achieve in a very short day. Very short day to achieve it in. So our oxygen levels for the end of the cycle, let's have a look at once the cycle ends. 7 is now counted as yesterday. There we go. Alright, so oxygen levels. We produced 434, which is to be expected with two oxidized, oxygen diffusers. We used 240. You're not powered? Oh, nothing's powered right now. That is okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put some switches on. Oh, I can't have switches yet, huh? Can't have nice things. Where's the power stuff and the switches and things? It's in the first. It's in the first tile. We'll go get it. Don't know what we're putting up here yet, but whatever it is, it's gonna be. It's gonna be warm. It's gonna be warm early. I guess if we have those insulated tiles, we can do igneous rock. We do have some, but it's 400 apiece. Like, I would like to start by going, you know, that much, and maybe just running it straight across. And we'll probably just box it in mostly for now. Think. If we get up here, dig across here, then we can be somewhat picky about it, because it is straight above us, so we could actually dig one. Yeah, we can do this like this. Actually, it's going to be entirely encased right up to that one. So if we can get access to here, we take that tile out, and they take that tile out, that would be bad. So don't do that. Go like that. Dig the diggy holes, but upward holes, because that's what we do. Research almost finished on this. Research is finished on that. Good. Okay, back to the farming stuff. Go. Food-wise, we're still in 19, so the muck root is keeping up. The nutrient bars are dropping, but that's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and again sweep this space. And I think above here, we'll probably put another container and put in a barrier here. I actually don't want to go there yet. That'll let the bad guys in. Oh, we can't cross that, can we? They can't go from here up to here. There's that angle. Now they can pass through, see? Oops, that's fine. So no more flooring needed there, so let's put this in. And put this in, and that'll give them a two new room situations. That's good. Now James is going, or not James, that's from last time. Max is going to be doing science pretty steadily because his personal priority is higher than those buildings. These are only 5 building priorities, so I didn't realize how that worked really. I hadn't internalized it until recently, so. Igneous rock, huh? This is a scary looking place. Right now, that would probably kill us. Opening that up, I imagine. How's the audio quality, guys? I've been finding little snippets of noisy issues. Various different microphone hazy noise. I don't know if my mic's getting old or... I mean, I know it's getting old. It's a blue snowball. Telling on myself, but yeah. It's not a spectacular device, but maybe next tile. We'll make it to 9 before we get ourselves rooms. Because we're so smart like that. Alright, let's get the power switches in here. No, I do not want a power switch. I want an automated switch. That's what I actually wanted. Oh well. That's fine. We just turn one off. How much O2 do we have? Quite a bit. I'm okay with turning one off, leave one on. Not noticed any audio problems yet? Well, thank you. Yeah, that's good to know, because I know I was having some serious issues with the background noises. The mic was not keeping out the noisy furnace in the next room that basically rumbles my neighbor's basement, so it's not surprising that it wasn't keeping up. Wasn't blaming the mic, but it's now not cold enough that it's family abuse to shut the heat off, the furnace off at this time of day, or of the season. It is, however, would get dangerously or at least unpleasantly cold. Why are you guys not building this? They will, I'm sure, yeah? There we go. It's a long build. I can let this polluted oxygen in especially if I go down and get the deodorizer. I don't want them running around in crap oxygen though, until I do have that, so you don't want to do that. And I'm surprised we haven't found any other critters. Maybe we have to just get them through here. This is the standard world start. We're on the spaced out DLC, but we have... I didn't choose to start on a world that I'm entirely unfamiliar with and get us dead in the first hours. But we do that, and then we'll go ahead and put some laddering up here and build our way up to this. If we hit that, then we'll get to that one. That's still blocked. Gush, gush, gush. You can't get out of there. As soon as it goes dormant, we set it up. I think that's the deal. Well, we could actually set it up before it's dormant, to be honest. What's the temp in here? It's only 30-some degrees because it hasn't been venting out. So we could actually set up some gas power. I mean, we even have access to the gold amalgam for it. I saw it over here. Where was it? Yeah, over here. We could get into that gold amalgam safely, even right here, and set up our first pumps to power with natural gas. Interesting. Not sure if it's a great idea, but it's interesting. As long as we do it diagonally, we can keep that sealed. Same as that one. We can go in the other way as well and do the same thing over here. I can't rush it though, because they can easily take this pot tile apart and then dig that one out and then try to start building them both. And if that's still closed, that'd be a sad day in paradise. Food is going to diminish pretty quickly if we stop for any length of time with the researchy stuff. Let's go ahead with that. Basically, I want to keep the researching going steady. Hey, there's some thimbleweed. Interesting. That might be worth getting started early as well. We can do full farming here. Which means we're probably going to need to go off to the left. I'm not sure what we're going to do about nature park things. If we turn this into a reserve and put their dining hall over here, for now at least, that would probably be the simplest. It needs to be 32 in size for a nature reserve. The biggest morale hit you can get early on, so 32 would be this. It's this wide. Out to here. We could do like that. And for now, I suppose we could do this. And we just have to wall the roof. Do that and that. That'll get us to everything? Sure. That closed up, that, and we put in a roof. Okay. I don't hate that idea. And then over here, we're gonna have a space for their eating. Printable available. A bliss burst seed. Still nothing spectacular, huh? We have prehistoric on. Just double checking. Nothing new, nothing different. Decorating athletics. Mouth breather. Ew. Slow learner. Also, although super digging's pretty good. Super duper digging. Starry-eyed, decreased husbandry, decreased medicine. No, none of those that are worthy of getting, valuable of getting at this point. All right, that's still not built. Are we out of material? Igneous rock. We should look at igneous rock on our list. 6.6 tons. No, we're fine. Oh, we got polluted something here. Oh, we have slime. Oh, no. Did not realize that was an optional thing. Where are we going to put that? We got to get rid of that slime lung right away. That's terrible. Let's put in a container right here. Right there. We'll deconstruct this. I want to do both of those real quick. And we'll ladder down like that. Get a place to submerge some slime for the moment. Let's go, guys. Come on. Hustle. Kind of important. Oh, come on. Not everybody needing to take a separate trip over here. Let's go. Thank you. Pause. Storage bin. Slime. 9 urgency, please. We don't want algae in there, just slime. Good. Right away. Please. This is an important deal. Somebody going to get it? Bomber Joe for the win! Yes! Grabbing that slime, cleaning it all up. Now you got slime lung? Not yet. I didn't realize we had dug into slime there. I was so focused on up here, I didn't pay attention to the very bad oops of the slime lung. Polluted oxygen's not unbearable, but slime lung is pretty darn bad. We have not got that research yet. We're working on it. Come on, fill it up. Get all those slime germs put away. We just infested this place so badly up here. Can you guys maybe go for a run over here? Thanks, both of you need to go get washed up. And unfortunately, that means we're also going to, we're gonna cause some seriously yuck. The slime lung everywhere. You know what I should do? I should go up here. I should just free up this. Right? Get access to this stuff. Because that'll bring a shine bug in that can hopefully bounce around and take care of bits and pieces of that terrible, terrible gas. I mean, disease. Okay. Please put that in first. Yeah, we're gonna end up with more slime lung too on the way. I think we'll go up like here. Go something like this. We'll actually dig down and dig into this as well and block it. But maybe we'll, I don't know if we'll use some other sort of gas flow elsewhere after that. We might have problems with that for sure. We might need to leave it just entirely physically closed up. That might be the right call. Now all that can be accessed at once. We can go all the way up there. And we'll get some sedimentary rock for the hatches too. That's good. Cleaning up the germs, people. All right, we're gonna go with the bagpipes. Hmm. It'd be interesting to have a couple different nature preserves in the middle, so they come off the tunnel and they go into the rooms over here, and they have to like pass through them right in here. But we don't have a pip for that yet. I don't know if we'll ever get a pip anywhere near here. I think they're kind of random on this biome. Or this starteroid. The bristle blossom up here. Cool. Ah, there we go. There's our first Draco. We found a bunch of... Oh, that's... Oh, hey, hello. Cool salt slush geyser. We can work with that. Not as good as the other one, but we can work with it. There's our first sleet wheat sightings. Plunk, plunk. Brine ice. Love that brine ice. We gotta watch for, like, potential dormancy on this one. I don't know how we get access to that and actually, like, use the space. I guess we'd have to put in a water lock to stop access. I can make sure these are enabled for farming, not those ones. Take this get access to that stuff. Yeah, I might hold off on those. No, they're fine. All right. There are some things about that previous world that we had that are definitely more... They definitely had a bonus to them that we don't see here. We got the barracks, we've got the latrine. Those are 2 morale points bonus. And then the lab just gives them a, I don't know, 15 or whatever % increase. What is the lab bonus? I don't know. Let's speak at our scientist. Oh. That's interesting. I didn't make sure that nobody does research except for Max, so let's do that now. And farming and ranching. Oh, hi. Farming and ranching will be the same thing. Uh-oh, James is not feeling so good. Not feeling so good, James. How's the O2? That's the slime lung problem, right? Do we still have the slime lung bugs around? Some. This is floral scent. Oh, beautiful. All this air up here was full of floral scent, which is actually suppressing the slime lung. That's great. It's literally just pushing it out of the way. And it'll eventually destroy it all. That's lucky. Very lucky. Go ahead and give a sweep to that. Get rid of that rest. The last remnants of the slime lung here. Oh, look at that. There's some hovering right around there. Alright, well, we can't move critters yet, so hopefully we'll be able to access it and do something useful with it. I'm going to come in over here. And we'll put in our kitchen there. That's probably plenty big enough for a good kitchen, and thus we'll do this. Leave that water access point to be funneled down to something else later, like this, when we start drawing on that. Research must go on. Alright, let's go down, start grabbing this stuff. Okay, so for farming, where and how are we going to do that? Let's look to the temperature overlays. Got some heat going on down here. I don't want to dance into... Oh, I got heat over there too. Hi. Oh, look at that. That's the loader. Yeah, there's not... I forgot how little space there is in these places. Okay. We're going to have some active cooling very early. Although I don't mind this combination. The minus 10... 9.1 kilograms per cycle. That seems like a lot. Seems like a lot. Apparently Brian's the better one, I guess. Yeah. So we could do the cooling situation that way. I'm gonna get them a couple things to do while I step away briefly here. We'll get them accessing this, I suppose. Not that section. Let's get them to dig up this. So we'll go ahead and put in solid in here. Put, yeah, we'll put in solid stuff there. Let them build that. Then they'll access all this and get all this stuff going as soon as they open it up. We'll get you building across to here. Somehow I feel like they'll get stuck in there. Alright. Let's step away for just... Slush is going to do a lot of work. It's going to have to. This is a terrible temperature issue, but I think we... Yeah, there we go. We will suppress the push of that temperature, but I think all of this eastern wall here is going to need to have tiles in it as well. Now, they don't have to be igneous rock tiles, I suppose. I don't know how much igneous rock we have. It's basically out. Overheat temperature on granite is no better. Decor is a bit better. I mean, we could use the granite, or yeah, the granite stone in here. And just put a good old solid wall through there. Stop that heat spread. It's phosphorate in here. There's a chlorine gas in there too. It's a bit messy over here. What do we have here? This is all gravitas doors. I think that's kind of like these ones too. Don't know. Wish there was a way to see more of what's on your world. Is there, like, is the map available this early on? I don't think so, is it? Oh, hold on. Does it tell us about... Yeah, look at that. Okay. Oh. Okay. It tells us the geysers that are on it. I thought that was just for other places. So we've got a natural gas geyser we've seen, the cold slush geyser we've seen. There's also a cool steam vent. We used that one last time to actually pump warm water, pardon me, through our spawn. Cool slush geyser, that is like this one, but polluted water, and a minor volcano. So yeah, standard set. I guess that might actually be a standard set. That might not be like a variable thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's what it does. Alright, I'm going to briefly step away, and I will be back in a moment. And I'm back. How are they doing? How are you doing? Cycle 12, well underway. Should we push towards the power switch? We currently have... Yeah, we got the rock crusher we can get going. Yeah. Let's put that... I don't care, really. Over here is fine. It's not going to get used a lot right now. We're opening up some of the things. Suppose we could start doing the polluted dirt thing, but there's other ways we can deal with that. We could also relatively early on get some masks if we got this. Oh, hello. Where'd you go? Reed fiber working. Let's get this thing set up here. Bring them up to speed, get that all done. We'll leave these natural plants in here. As long as we have, it doesn't even have to have light in it to work. Just need to put the park in. Where is that thing? Furniture? Yes, park sign. They'll go right in here once we're done putting in all the roofing. Good and quick up there, nice work. Keeping the science prepped, good job, Joe. So if that, yeah, I mean, we could throw a few farm and other things in here. I think we might end up doing a little more redesign later rather than trying to just keep things where they all are. But there's a nice space over here that doesn't seem to have too much issue. Temperature-wise, it's all in the green here. This is an outbound conveyor. Okay. We could use a lot of the space and then seal the temperature up, like, ahead of time. Get out here and put the wall down. Probably worth doing. That would mean dropping this water down somewhere. Probably have to get in here and make a bit deeper of a space and then crack into it, let it spread out. I could be convinced that's a good idea. Like that. Alright, this guy does need power to run, so let's give him some of that. And this is going to get us our first copper. I think we'll need about a dozen runs of that to start. And then we're going to need to research into the power grid if we're going to do that one first for the smart battery. Even if we keep it on the wheel, the smart battery is a much better go. Print time number 4. What do we get? Sand. That's what we get. We got a cook and agriculture. Decreased germ resistance isn't great for Ellie over here. But a cook and farmer, again, not a spectacular mix. Piloting and excavations may be nice late game, but this allergy to fluorescence is going to make problems is worse than the narcolepsy. Kitchen menace. You got animal handle. You got agriculture and ranching and cooking. Immune to food poisoning. Do you make it yourself? So increase creativity and less morale bonus, but increase food bonus. Okay, I could be convinced that either Ellie or Max could be a good take. If not, we go with the sand. You guys chime in on that if you're interested. Ellie has the cooking and farming interest as a caregiver, so she has a bonus to medicine, which is not very useful for us anytime soon. Decreased decor morale and decreased germ resistance. Not a good one. This one, increased food morale bonus, unless you're the cook, is actually a good thing. Not a negative at all. You're bad in the kitchen, but you don't do it, then you eat other people's food. That's other people's cooking. That's the better way to do. Although he is a cook, so that would be kind of meh. He's an interesting cook. He's just bad at it. He's a menace in the kitchen. But no, as a rancher or farmer, that would be an option. Got some skills to assign. James, another one, huh? Do we go with the super digging for the abyssalite? I think that's probably a good call. Although we don't want to cut through too much abyssalite at this stage. But this will make that available there. All right, a Dreco and a hatch farms would be a good thing to get in sooner rather than later. We have enough room in here to basically put 3 big long or 4, well 3, 4 Big long farm slash somethings. Did you just open up again? Same people here. Somebody give us some feedback on that if you're interested in either. If not, I'll wait till another half the rest of the cycle and then we'll fire off the sand. Team feedback, guys. Alright. First plunging happening. Probably not first, but with 3 toilets, how many, was it 15 they get? That would still out of order, huh? 15 uses? Yeah, 15 visits remaining. So, yeah, that's reasonable. 45 visits. They use it every day once, probably. They probably don't have to use it more often than once a day, as long as it's fairly consistent. Research done again. On to the smart battery. This work errand, huh? Nobody has a priority for operating at this point. Get that out of my face. This would be interesting. Oh yeah, we got a shine bug packed in here. That's good. Uh-oh. That's sand collapsing from above. So in this case, we need to dig, and then we need to select the mealwood and say, do not uproot. And select whatever else is in... Wait a second. It was supposed to be... There. Oh, there's the mealwood. Okay. That's just digging. Okay, no problem. We'll get rid of that, but keep the mealwood intact. We'll take that and that out of here, and then we can put down our park sign as soon as that building's out. There we go. Make that. Finish up that top. Actually, we don't even need to finish up that top. Just build this park sign, please. Alright, there we go. Axe should have a crazy bit of morale right now. Where's your stats and your morale? Nope, you didn't get the bonus. Now, do you have it? Yep. You have the park bonus. Why only a park bonus? Should be a nature preserve, should it not? Why are you only a park? 4 wild plants. No industrial. 32 tiles. Did I make the wrong size? I did. Nice. Let's do that then. Alright, fix that up, because that was a big oops. This oxalite doesn't seem to be needed. Oh, it is emitting a bit. Not much, though. The air is pretty solid in there. Almost dangerously solid. Do you guys have issues with that? Like popped eardrums or anything? No. It doesn't get that pressurized. Uh-oh. You're confined. Somebody open this, please. So he can get out. There we go. And then if we go back to it and we set it to auto again. Hey, look at that. Okay, so that's lovely. We'll have the shine bugs in there already. I approve. I want to take this out. I don't really want to. I want to keep it for later, but, you know, it's fine for now. We'll dig that to drop it down to here. We'll dig this to drop it down to here. So we'll need to put in some sort of basement here. Not with that. We're going to actually probably go directly to that being the pseudo basement for now. Just a sandstone flooring in there is going to do the job. Where's the temp limits? Oops, no, wrong tile. Temp limits gets pretty rough there. If we go... yeah, I mean, we could put some stuff that wasn't... This could be our water-related reservoir, or maybe the fish stock, that sort of thing. The fish pond in there. I'm not going to make as huge of a fish pond as last time. I grossly overestimated how much was needed. I personally don't grab people this early, especially yet without any farms. Yeah, I mean, I don't need either of them. If they're a good person, I'll bring them on and to hell with consequences. Right? We'll go ahead and let them eat mush if that means we get like somebody who's super good. Right? You got somebody comes in there that has like 12 agriculture or something like that, or some, you know, double agriculture and an interest or a trait. You're like, heck yeah, I don't care if you're gonna half starve. Eventually you'll be worth it. But Not needed at the moment unless they're really good. Yeah, we'll boost the science. You're already going to be at crazy level. You're at 16 science. What's the cap? 20? Is there a skill cap? That and out of there and dig these out and give them place to be. The place to be. So what sort of... If we got this as our abyssalite wall as kind of our natural edge to that side of the map, how much space do we get? We could get one room to there, and then you could actually have another farm. You could have 2 farms end to end in here. We could even do like animal pens, which are much lower maintenance at the edges, and then do something different with farms. Like the farms don't need to be huge, right? They don't need the full size farm to be effective. It's a little more efficient because you put the 2 tiles of the farm plot, or the farm, what's it called? The farm building? The station, the farm station, that's what it's called. So you put like a farm station in the building. So otherwise you get 24 farm plots in it, but you could do, you know, you could do 12 and still be worth having that farm thing in, if the space is right. But I want more animal husbandry spaces, and I don't want to overdo the farming this time. Last time we just cranked it to the roof and had a copious amount of waste. Like tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of kilocalories wasted last time. We have no food source right now. We're gonna dig in a bunch of stuff here, so we'll start grabbing a number of more food tiles in here as well. Let's go ahead and get this basement set up. You should get more than a few chunks of food if we dig that way. And then we just need to put in a wall here somewhere. Ah, that's going to be awkward. It's just the wrong elevation to get under there and put that in properly. You know what I could do? No, that's still going to have sand collapsing. That's not worth fussing too much about. I'll make this into our water source. A water source maybe on this edge, and a fishing space over here. It's going to be small. Smaller. Alright, Axe has his 3rd skill? No, 2nd. Oh, I didn't give you that skill. Okay. I thought we did the Abyssalite training. Didn't I? Oh, James got the Abyssalite training. Right. So you could go constructing. Which isn't a bad idea. Boost the constructing. Sure. Also did way too many shuffling things around, objects around jobs previously. We could... Oh, what is going on? Oh my gosh. I didn't know that could happen. It's leaking. This fertilizer tiles are too weak and they're leaking through. See? It's fine. We need it. We want it to move later, but it's you know, not quite how and when I expected it to happen. Soggy feet every time you walk through there. That's not a particularly good diner. Right, so if we put this flooring in at least, we could go like this. No, not gonna play the risky game with it. I'll take that out of here for now. We'll dig that in later from the other side. So how big of this space am I gonna use? I think we'll go probably right in about here for the thermal barrier. Can have a fairly large reservoir. I don't want it to go higher than this though, with all this stuff dumping in. We might just clean out a bunch of space in here, put a vertical wall and be done with it. Let's go ahead and get this stuff done up here. So that wall gets in first. And then we'll put a vertical shaft somewhere probably over here. Contain the water. How big do I want my fishy tile? Doesn't have to be large. If we're gonna have, let's say, six paku that we're actually farming, I think they need 8 each, don't they? So that's not a big space. That's like 48 tiles. It wouldn't hurt to have it fairly vertical too, right? So if we did that-ish height, with this being the wall across, or this being the top, that's doable. And we're gonna need to have like automation for pickups. 6 by 8. It's probably enough. Something like that for the wall. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna take this out here and here. Good. Okay, I don't want these in yet. I want this all built in tonight or tomorrow. We can go ahead and mop this up so we can use this space. If I put another storage over, let's say here. Build that, we'll clean out this space, because this will be kind of a morale-based location for them. We'll put in mess tables, and a bit of a entertainment-y space there. How many we got? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could get 8 tables in plus a piece of decor or 2. Wouldn't hurt. Or you do it that way, and we take the middle one out, put a light in there. We don't have lights yet. Really? We haven't learned how to make lights? No. No, we haven't. Do that, put a light in there, put a couple hanging pots. I don't think we have hanging pots yet. We'll get there. Yeah, the regular pots there, the hanging pots there. So go as far as hanging pots for now, will you? All right, who's got a skill to learn? It's Farmer Joe. We could do crop tending for Farmer Joe. Although I don't know if I want to do that or get the critter farming. No, we'll get... tough call. Don't need the crop tending farm station bonus in order to grow crops. We do need to get ranching unlocked in order to do the grooming station at all. And yeah, so we're going that way. And then we'll put a hatch farm. How big is this going to be? 96 we put a farm in there. That's totally doable. That is completely doable as a ranch. A hatch ranch. Yeah, there's a lot of vertical and or horizontal movement there. I'm a little iffy if that's the right way to do, or should I go a little further, put a ladder vertically through here? I usually try to run off one central column. But this space just kind of lends itself to go real far to the left. We could just have individual laddering through from room to room, or between a set of rooms. So instead of what we had there, we could go like from here. 96 tile would be there. Still well within the abyssalite wall. Temperature-wise, that does heat up on the far side of it, so that's all right. Have we discovered anything else of great interest over here? Any other geyser-y things? I like this giant pile of iron down here. That's nice. Bunch of copper there and there. Shouldn't have problems with all the copper all over the place. So another giant iron. Slime and algae over there aplenty. You're overpressured, so you're not gone dormant yet. How about you? No, you're definitely not dormant. Pumping away there. Yeah, that's just nothing spectacular down there, although very valuable. Oh, what are you? Is this the... This is the to another world part. I do not know what this contraption's going on here. It's a morb. Hello, morb. That might be a bathroom. That might be actually what that is. That would be funny. I would approve entirely of that idea. And the oxygen situation with only one oxidizer, electrolyte, no, not electrolyzer, diffuser. I always give it a weird name. The one with the diffuser is good. You guys get a nice bonus. What is your morale there, Sir Farmer Joe? Your morale right now is 10. Nature Reserve is now online at 6. And you didn't get the food one because that's not closed in. So you didn't get the food bonus. It's not finished yet. Once it is, that'll be awesome. I think we'll go ahead and get them to focus in on that prep. And we'll actually tell that to be Brackeen instead, so they don't actually get to use it. Which is fine. Ethanol distillery. That looks cool. Don't think I've ever used that. What else do we have? We got the farming stuff we can access. Yeah, what are your thoughts? You think we should set up a separate shaft here for vertical between them? It would mean like the wall would be, there'd be like a door here and a door here and a vertical shaft of ladders. Just to make it viable for them to get up and down through there. Only be about 4 or 5 floors tall. Or deep, I suppose is the right word, when we're underground. Still working on the research. Ah, good. We're putting in that installation nice on the right-hand side. I like that. Go ahead and get this as well done. We did get all the slime pulled in here, so we're not producing any more deadly spaces. That's nice. Pretty rough up there, but mostly clear. I do love that thimbleweed seed. That's a potentially great bonus. Good stuff. Hatch running around there is making me really eager to get our first ranch up. I don't want to give them 6 million things to run off and do when we really can't like utilize it. Okay, this is done. That's good. Let's go ahead and build. Let's go ahead and drop a container. Let's say just here and here. And that'll let us have access to kind of shuffle the stuff out of the way before we dump water in. I try not to have them running deep underwater for moving stuff this time. We did too much, way too much of that last time. It's terribly slow. They get like nothing done for a long time. Researching. Let's go into some of this automation stuff down here. James, have yourself a great day at work. Thanks for stopping by again, man. For hanging out. I keep one central shaft so they have to go through the nature. Oh yeah, that's a good call. I never thought of that. The extra long run, but they'd have to come through here. I could even make... Oh. I could make everything that's over, like, let's say we had 3, 4 farms or whatever in here. I could force them to, anytime they access that, to come over, use a ladder to come through this way. So they have to go through the nature preserve. So anybody working over there would run through it more often than not. That is an option. I like where you're going with that, though. That is buried object. I'll take that out. You know, it might be something good in there. Get these 2 tiles done, and then I will go ahead and set this up to be our move spot. This one can go off. Go. And then we'll give a 8 priority sweep from here over. Nighttime. Cycle 16. So far, so good. Been productive, I think. We're getting there anyways. Lab is good. Lab could use some power or some light, I mean. Wouldn't hurt to have a light popped in like this. I don't even need it to be under automation or anything. Just put a ceiling light right here. And we actually do have some automation coming online. It's not there yet, though. We're about to get... Yeah, we can put the dupe motion sensor, might as well. Another printable option available. Like that. I mean, no, but like that. Like a suit wearing 14 athletics. This Ellie's a little nervous. But dang, she's fast. She's just learned to run as a kid. Run from the bad guys. A loner. No, this is a bad combination. Loner, animal husbandry, creative piloting. Look, we got an oxyfern. Because that's all that's useful there. That thing grows in CO2, I believe. I don't know that it's... Yeah, you know what? Let's put it in right away. Let's just go ahead and put that in. I don't remember what it uses for food-ish. For fertilization value, but... Let's throw it in there, see what it does. It produces oxygen. I don't remember the ratios and stuff, so let's have a look. We could do dust caps. Here they're useful in some situations. I don't know about this one, but they seem useful. We could do thimble reed too. We don't have any polluted water there. Okay, so you need to be in carbon dioxide atmosphere. That's it. That's it. You don't take any fertilizer or anything. You just suck up carbon dioxide. 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. Consumes carbon dioxide. That's it. Okay. No, not 9. Let's go 7 for our farming. We have a farmer, right? Yes, we do. Just Farmer Joe, actually. Irrigation, fertilization. Oh, well, now it says it needs some. There we go. It does take dirt. 4 kilograms a cycle and 19 water. All right. I seem to remember it created less O2 than it consumed of CO2. There was a loss in gas, but it's not it's not substantial. It'd be fine for quite a while. So I don't care if it uses up the CO2. Oh no, I guess I see what you're saying. So it's using up some dirt and some water to do the job of the sieve, which is just power. Carbon scrubber sieve is just power. Right? It's not using any of those. Yeah, wild grown would be huge. Because that would take up nothing, right? Yeah. Wild grow. Oh, 100% throughput. Or 0 or 25% throughput. So it's a quarter as effective, but it doesn't take any fertilizing and irrigation. Now he's gonna go grab some water. Good job, Joe. Doesn't need a lot of it, but there we go. Beautiful oxyfern using carbon dioxide 625 milligrams a second, emitting oxygen at 31 grams a second. Yeah, I mean it converts down. That's milligrams of oxygen. Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge amount of oxygen for that amount of milligrams of CO2, right? Yeah, it's very effective for oxygen to... Yeah, it's 0.6 grams per second of carbon dioxide, and it emits 31 grams of oxygen. And then it's using 19 kilograms a cycle. I'm curious about the ratios here, but I never really looked into them. But it's putting out 31 grams a cycle of oxygen. So 31, we rounded down to 31 times the 600 seconds in a cycle. That's 18.6 kilograms of oxygen from 19 kilograms of water. So it's slightly less, barely any less than the water ratio. So it's turning water into oxygen. Using up a bit of dirt, 4 kilograms of dirt a cycle isn't crazy. It also slightly reduces our CO2 in the area, so it might, you know, it might make this CO2 sump fill up a little slower. Yeah, it's certainly not a game changer, but it's nice to have a plant I haven't messed with before. I've used them periodically, but never thought them through. Speaking of not thinking things through, we are right out of food now. Well, we are going to dig some more, so let's do some of that. Digging for dinner. Let's dig for some dinner over here. Do that right away. This is full CO2 now in here. So if I go in here and drop that, no. We're going to drop the soils through here as well. Do we have any food? Did we find more muckroot? We got one there. Too bad this bristle blossom isn't quite grown. We have not really any other sources of food unless we actually mush bar it. So I guess we're going to have to do that for a while. We put on the micro musher for a bit. That's all right. That might have been the case. I do remember like this algae terrarium being useless basically, and I think that's still the case. Not useless, but carbon dioxide effect that takes in algae and water, puts out oxygen, polluted water. But puts up carbon dioxide? Very little. Didn't know that was the case. Thought it used up carbon dioxide. Oh, it removes some. That's weird. Algae to produce oxygen. It's weird how it labels it as carbon dioxide being something that it uses. Gains a 10% efficiency boost in direct light. That's cool. Requires algae 30 grams a second, and 300 water grams a second. Puts out 40 oxygen, so a little more than the algae it uses, which is way less than the algae ratio for this, right? No, actually, this one takes in 11 for every 10 oxygen it puts out. This is the other way around. It's less effective. And it consumes a very tiny bit of the water, but converts the full sum to, the remaining sum to, like from 300 down to 390, or 290, but it's polluted. And then it says carbon dioxide. Consumes carbon dioxide when it's used. It's weird. Produces this, produces that, consumes it. Yeah, this thing just doesn't seem great. If that was grams of carbon dioxide, be heck yeah, you're a scrubber. But it's barely any. So no thanks. Unless I'm told I'm wrong on that one. And I'm never wrong. Unless I am wrong, and I'm never wrong. He's gone to, oh crap. Really? That's where you decide to go instead of down? Really? Goof. Was not. Well, you found the muckroot. Let's uproot that buried muckroot. Take these out. Nobody's starving today, that's good. Just about, but not quite. Pop that out, unfortunately. That's gonna take things apart. Oh, you just decided that's where you're gonna sleep there then. Enjoy the sore back, friend. Wait, where's everybody else? Oh, you're eating. Okay. I was like, they're not sleeping. Are they dead? We have 24 kilocalories, guys. It's not zero. You can't say we ran out of food. It's not quite zero. Yeah, I think I might put a basic battery system in here for now. Just one coal plant with an automated, with a special battery. All right, if we put a smart battery in here and a coal in beside it, that's probably enough. Yeah. Not a lot of room here. I could do the battery there for now. We're not likely to go deeper here in any big hurry, and this thing isn't really permanent. We do that, and there's room for 2 coal plants if we need them. Sorry, shaking my knee. That's probably what's causing the noise, if there is any there. Yeah, and then a pretty basic run the power thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. Maybe we do the current power line straight up the middle like we've been doing. Yeah, we can get the coal going. It's probably not a bad idea. Probably not too soon to do that. Run an automation line there. We'll also take this and run an automation line here. Put in a dupe sensor upside down so we get you power as needed. We'll go ahead and do a similar thing here. Oh no, you're gonna have light anyways. Once that's all set up, which it should be first. We should do that first before other diggings. We're right out of calories though. Let's go ahead and pump out a dozen or so of these. What are they worth? 600? How many calories is that? 800? Okay, let's go 15 of them. Yeah, and bump that up to fairly urgent for now. Do we have a cook? I don't think we have anybody with any cooking at all. So I'll just leave that as somebody to do it. Water delivered and dirt delivered. It's a nasty thing to eat, but it's better than starving. I don't really find it that big of an issue right at the beginning because they really don't have very high expectations or needs at this stage. You can get away with really crappy living for them as long as they can not pee on themselves every day, not starve entirely, and only have a couple early skills used. They're pretty good. It's pretty copacetic after that, man. I don't know why I said that, but you know, it's okay. Go there and dig this out. Going here as well. Let's do that. Actually, let's not do that. Let's just do this. There, and then we'll put a proper wall of flooring in underneath everything. There we go. Get out of there. Good job. Now you're stuck. Wonderful. Go, James, go. You got this, man. I can deconstruct that because I really don't need that. No, hold on. Yes. No, don't do that. Go here. Do that. And we'll sweep this. I can just do the numbers. Oh my gosh. I don't know how that didn't clue in before. 2,400 kilocalories of food, huh? We're masters of the dining experience here. Good on the oxygen still? Oh yeah. He has plenty. Alright, back over here we do have a couple hanging pots I'd love to put in, like one there and one there maybe. That seems sufficient. And then a light. Let's put a fine lamp right here. Unfortunately, that means... No, I don't want that lamp, actually. Put a lovely flower pot, that would be great. We'll put these ceiling lamps in. We can't cover both of them, so... Guess we can put in 2 lamps. I love lamp. Do that, and then... I suppose dupe sensor in here would be wise. Sure. Automation would not work because we haven't punched rock recently. Go ahead and punch some more rock. Thanks. Got a bit of mush bars. We're not going to starve today, mostly. Close, but more, we'll have more than 27 calories of food after this. That's something. They're not particularly fast at moving stuff either right now. This is why I like more dupes early on. But, you know, it's probably advisable to feed them. Generally, that's appreciated. We do have hatches we could move. We could actually move hatches right away, couldn't we? Okay. I was thinking of putting the first spot in here. We could put one up here instead, though. I don't really want to get rid of all those, but let's say we... Yeah, that's still having to access this first. Okay, we'll finish this space. We're not going to die of mush bars in the meantime. Although you guys shouldn't be here. You really shouldn't be here. You need to move somewhere else where you're not going to get... Yeah, you need to move somewhere else where you're not going to get yourselves in as much trouble when the water comes down. Said rather not drown half our hatch stock immediately, day one. What I haven't seen? Any Paku. Realized I've literally seen no Paku yet in this world. That's troubling. How's the guy supposed to have his favorite omelets, or auto omelets? Or how's the guy supposed to have, I don't know, souffle? Hey, look, Thimbleweed's back. Strange it eventually auto-harvests. But dusk mushrooms, dust caps, I've never dealt with these before. Illumination has to be darkness. What is darkness illumination? Like, how is anything lit in this world? Like, 0 lux is 0 lux. Pitch black. So the space has to be pitch black, is that it? Hatch omelets, close enough. It's subjective, right? Sure. We can just slap a label on these things if Axe would get his act together and put a proper little bit of butcher's paper over that and slap a, you know, something Italian sounding, maybe everybody would be fine with it. Let's dig that out. That was the most awkward possible space to go digging that out, but okay. I'll give it to you this time. Actually, I do not want those there. I would like the vertical sides of these things to be made of airflow tiles. I have no reason not to build the wall out of airflow tiles so the CO2 or whatever sits on top of the water can move around. Entombed? What's entombed? Oh, that is definitely entombed. Much for powering that. Alright, so you're going to be set to 20 to 100. Done. Not entombed anymore. You're going to be set to be refilled when it's 75%. And we'll get you like an 8, and I can drop some coal here as in a storage. Do that as well. Alright, then these things are going to be turned right down. If the batteries get down to 5%, then you guys quick run and help. These things can be removed immediately. Well, not immediately. You should be active, right? Battery sufficiently charged, disabled by automation grid. Good. Our wonderful automation grid right there. So as long as the battery is above, when it starts running, it'll fill it to 100 and won't kick back in until it's back down to 20. These guys can be removed because they bleed out on their own. Good job. Science continues. Research must continue, friends. Must continue. We will go. Got the diffusers. Could do the masks in case we need them. This room. No industrial buildings. Okay. I suppose there's probably, I was going to say, there's probably going to be a battery cord left there, but there isn't. Because what I did there. Stations. A crafting station in here. For later. For future Drake. Right, this can go back to being, this can be disassembled and it's useless now. I can put those in there for now. Do we have issues with polluted air, polluted oxygen at all? Very little. Teeny tiny pockets here and there. Alright, then let's say we go with some airflow tiles in like that. Overly generous airflow tiles. We don't have the problems we had last time. I don't see why I wouldn't do that here as well. It's gonna leave that for nature ground, but we're not gonna achieve that wonderful attempt anytime soon. All right, this is now the diggy guy, I mean the carry guy, and you're gonna do this, and then we'll close that up. Or we won't, because I have no access there. Let's put the ladder in that's going to be in here. And we'll put one in over here. Like that. You can be relocated as well. Let's join your friend up here. Maybe ranch that guy. You do have somebody with the ranch skill, right? Yeah. And that's Joe. Priorities for Joe. Ranching. Go. I want those guys out of there so they don't drown. There we go. Got it, Joe. That's all I needed you to do. Everybody else can get back to work the moment you get there. Boom. Done. Go back to your normally scheduled mess. We will need power to come along this way if we're gonna use it in the area. Uh-oh. I don't know if that just did the weird thing where it like freaks out and puts a power piece like 50 tiles away by accident. Messed me up a few times. I'd like to have this right here. Better. Another one right here. Suppose we could do the planters in a different spot. I want to cover all the tables with the duplicate, the sensor. Or you just leave them on. Just leave them on for now. What are they, 10 watts a piece? It's a lot of watts every cycle when they're supposed to basically not be used. Okay. Get those out of there, I guess. Move them here and here. Then put the dupe sensors in. There, do that thing so everybody's happier this way. Ooh. Bliss bursts. This place is going to be absolutely bursting with bliss. It'll be lovely. What we don't have in here is a fridge. One tile too small. We could shovel this over one tile and shovel this over one tile. That would work. We could put a fridge in there. When we do a fridge. Hey, look, we got a printable. Time to print. Shine bug eggs. Strength with strength. And caregiving medicine. Agriculture. Doesn't dig, does build. Rock fan. Meteor storms. Look at the green. Green, 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 and 3 interests and gastrophobic. Doesn't cook, but he's happy with everything else. Immune to food poisoning. Increased germ resistance. Increased decor morale. You're a researcher, tidy rocketry. I mean, you've got all the bonuses. You're interested in researching, which means we'd have 2 researchers, which would be really weird to me. Maybe that's a thing late game that you need? Highlighting is not really valid either right now. So you're just a low skill strength person that's not dealing with diseases. No, I don't think that excites me. A builder farmer is a weird combination. Nope, we're printing eggs. Disappointing. I would like to get the numbers up, to be honest. More research. I wish you could keep this stuff. I'll just keep working my way up there until we find something we need. Oh, you know what? No, we do need the animal ranching and the incubator. We'll do that. Oh, what's your problem? Irrigation problem? Yeah. Okay, let's bump you up the priority a bit here. Okay, this is going to be a coal fuel storage. And we'll put coal in there, because that's kind of the point. 5K. See, if I hit enter here, that works. If I hit the other enter, it shuts the building off. Select any building and hit enter. It gives an order to turn the building off. A little odd, but okay. So right now I want them researching and tidying and building the power stuff in here. Oh, I can't access that power stuff in here. Do I want to take out all these and start let them be seed? Hey, there's a hatch. Nice. Hatch egg. No, I'll leave that power for now. That's not as important at all as what's down here. Build this stuff, will you? Nice. I just about made a door in here. That would be a bad idea. Literal screen door in a submarine. That's going to be submerged. The airflow tiles will mean as the water levels rise or lower, that the CO2 gets oozed out. Stuck out the side and left. Well, that was a little progress for cycle 20. Building lacks resources. No. Our water cooler has no brackine. I know. We're not getting it any brackine either, friend. Oops. How are we doing on food? Terrible. We still have an order for more? No, we don't. Let's crank up another batch of those. That's 2. That's not a batch. That's a pair, I guess. Doesn't count as a batch, though. Nobody's gonna starve yet today. They might feel like it, but they're not gonna starve yet. Put some of these lovely bliss plants in here. Are we actually out of copper? I doubt it, but... Copper ore and copper metal. Weird. Okay. 20 tons of copper ore right now. That's fine. Let's look to see if we have sedimentary rock as well. We do. Not very much. Very, very little of it so far. There's a bunch over here, so you can access it no problem for the critters as they come online. There we go. That is now good. Let's go ahead and put this thing... No, we need another batch of these as well. Like that, but not all the way. That in. Well, you do your storing and stuff later. I feel like it's like, where's everybody? They should all be compiling. That's half the crew. Those 2 working on that is half the entire team. Very much not liking this whole not having very many people active. We do have 6 at least hatches visible, which is good. Our researchy friend is doing quite good on keeping things going. Way to go, Max. Looking good, buddy. All right. Excellent. Now we just need to load this up, and then we're good to go on setting things up here. Yeah. Start flowing ripping this out and getting the things locked in place. Probably just go in, like, open up one side panel to let the water move in here as we start finding Paku. If we start finding Paku. We haven't seen a single one. I'm rather distraught. They're my favorite little critters. I love all the critters in this game. It's really amazing. The creatures. Alright, we could do the oxygen masks if we needed a place like over here to work. That would be a good call. But it's not urgent. Kinda want to wait for that thing to stop. This is idle but not dormant. I'd really like to not let that stop. I want to go in there sooner rather than later and dig out a reservoir for that thing. Because piling up a whole bunch of cold brine would be very valuable for us. And to kickstart things. Yeah, we need to be less picky about our dupes. We do. Because we're at cycle 21 with only 4 people right now. That is too low for my liking. Almost in the animal control situation. We could do incubators on the inside. Yeah, we could do that. Okay, so if I were to say, no, not there. If I were to go here as our spot, we're going well into that abyssite. Kind of too aggressive for my liking. Rather keep the abyssite intact. That would be a smaller ranch, although we could also do the ranching over here. That would be a potential option. Do the ranch from there to there. Even one more tile. No, but I want the incubators on the right. In fact, the incubators right in here for each of those would be interesting. Farming itself takes way more interactive walking through the space than ranching, I guess. We put ranching to the left. Do we break into this abyssite? Probably not a bad idea, eh? Get the water moved and it will be good. Nobody likes hauling things in this place. Although partially because their skill counts are so poor, nobody really can. Axe, you're gonna go with the digger mode. You're gonna get your critter. No, you're gonna get your farming hat. James is gonna get apparently super hard diggy hat. Max is going with his field research. Hats, everybody. Nice. Synchronized hat uses. Research. We've got all that. Let's work our way down to where? More cable works. Now you're working it, Joe. Now you're working it. It was the hat that really did it for him. Massive increase in productivity. We have 8,900 kilocalories in mush bar. That is never a good thing to have to say out loud. Don't drop them to the floor, man. There you go. Thank you. And I mean, I should really, like, clean up this stuff too, so these 3 guys here are not all eating stupid. Well, there's still probability of hatch bars, or hatch eggs. Yeah, there's no sedimentary rock there, so that's the problem. Yeah. All right, we're fine. Really want to get this stuff done because look how long it's taken him to do it right now. And if he had to do that underwater, it'd be way worse. This is massive energy, massive time-consuming job. I mean, research is, but at least it feels like you're being useful. Whereas this is just like, ugh, terribly unpleasant to do. Put in some early... Yeah, we could put in some early farm stuff, I suppose. Now I'm going to do that. Access, we'll put in a pitcher pump right here. We got one on each side. Then maybe we'll put in a early farm plot in here. I don't want to break any of that, so I want to have farm plots along here. We do hydroponic farming, but we don't need the... We're going to just do mealwood. Um, 5 plants is enough for 3 dupes. That's not enough to keep us alive, but it's enough to get us started. There we go. And it'll start consuming a lot of dirt. Is there dirt in there? Oh, look at that. There's lovely amounts of dirt in there. Oh, no! Oh, I'm reloading. Back to cycle 23. Realize that is sand. Makes that tile forever annoying to deal with. Let's see if there's a side angle we can get at that. We could, I'm sure. It's not growing in sand, is it? There's... Oh, damn, mealwood is actively in the sand. How annoying is that? That's terrible. That one is also going to be destroyed. Wow, I can't use this space at all. Oh, man. Seriously, game? It's not going to be a nature preserve. I would have to leave it down to here to not break the thing apart. There's no way I can shore that up. Like, if it's growing in sand, it will always collapse. Even if I came in from an angle and fixed this tile, it would collapse instantly in the process, right? I don't think I can do anything but that. Okay, I'll check. I don't think there's any way around this. Really don't think so. I really don't think we can fix that. Yeah, it instantly kills it. That becomes a park and effectively useless. I mean, the park is not useless. It is some morale bonus, but it's 3 instead of 6, and all because that tile positioning is dumb. All right, well, I'll rethink that then. We'll go back and we'll save it for a while. Oh, save it for a while, and I'll break it later. I'll break it when there's other things we can do to compensate. So change that plan. Wholeheartedly change all of that. Please and thank you. Go down here. Try not to break like 5 floors worth of ground there, all right? Go like this. Instead of that floor, let's do legit floor. Why? Oh, we're paused. Like that. Okay. Splash some water around. That's fine. That's not fine. That's gonna splash water in a stupid place. Right down into here. I wanted to get some farm tiles in. Yeah, they'll be closer to the water, I guess. That's something. We can even just put a very simple, like this in for now. Put in little bits of these farm plots. 6. Sure. Something like that. For now. Floor roofing in there, please, guys. Can we maybe do this unload here? I'm pretty sure I didn't tell everybody to never tidy up, right? Can we all help tidy up, please? Hey, look, we got a hopeful new duplicate coming in. 7 ag. Decreased strength is a bugger. You can't dig. Medicine not useful. Strength. Excavate strength. Increase excavator. Can't cook. Decor. Mechatronics engineer. 3. Totally on the wrong person though. Like, farming 7. Night, Tack Wolf. Ag 7 is good. Decreased strength is a kick in the teeth. Decreased decor is really annoying. Man. Creative medicine. Decreased air consumption. That's interesting. But a decorating doctor interest. Not particularly helpful, friend. No, I can't bring myself to that right now. I'm heartbroken, but we'll have to leave it as is. Okay, I upped their tidy responsibility. But, you know, I'll try not to overdo the tidy jobs. Just about ready to build this. These are going to be 2 separate vertical columns of water entirely. I'm going to lock this one up for now. Ah, okay, so only on some commands you can use the number of keys to do that. That's a fairly hefty amount of dirt there. There we go. That and that. It's now closed in mostly. Almost there. And I guess we'll spend a bit of time fiddling under the water here once this happens. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's disassemble that one there. We'll leave the... Oh, really? Yeah. That's fine. Take that out. All this is good. Now, I wanted that extra space in case we fill up to there and it'll pour over here instead of going up and... Well, that would go up and over anyways, but... Okay, cycle 23 coming to an end. We'll clean out this water source, fill both of these, or part of both of these, and I don't even need to do this whole dig job down here. We just need it to drop in and fill somewhere in here. Like, let's say we put in this side here, would dig it out from the ladder. But we can go this much. That. much digging as we can get away with before we need to. And we'll let the water flow. Do that. Let it go. Let it go. Sorry, unnecessary. That is dripping, leaking, pouring, gushing. Good. And yeah, whatever. You can get to it when you get to it. And this can have a laddering across. Where are we going to bring the water down? We can just crack that from down here. Farm tiles going in nicely. Kind of like to, there we go, digging some more. Kind of like to leave the dirt sitting on top of the farm tile for future farm tile work. You guys, mealwood plant, please. And copy settings. Good. Get some farming going here. He's sitting right up on top of it. I just realized that hatch is just parked right up there. Perfect. That's what I was waiting for. Let's get you up to there. Now, it's gonna flow easy enough straight down here if we let it. Although it might kind of go crazy on the other side. So let's say we take those three out. Dig your way in here. Let a little bit of that trickle down through that. Good. I do need to get in actually and remove a bunch of this because otherwise it won't be able to be used. We go here. Then we can get to everything. Good. Yeah, if I don't dig it out, there's not going to be enough room to hold it, and it'll splash over there, and then not what I wanted. I want all this down in there as well, and then probably this before too long. When we get up that direction, we can find a way to funnel that down. Right, you need to copy yours over to there and there. Good. Let's dig in here. Like that. There. Let's make a little step up here. Good. Keep digging, friends. Keep digging. 1, 2, we go there. 1, 2, we go there. And then we just need that. And it will gush away. So I'll need this taken out. And the priority can be on those ones here. Nope, that's not going to work because you won't get past that then. There we go. Do that. There we go. Excellent. So much to do. You know what? I can leave that chunk of sand there. That'll nicely direct any overflow in the right direction. Release the coffer dams. Flow, brothers. James, hold your breath. Ah. The ASMR of ONI. A dupe skill for axe. You can go with the heavy digger. No, you're going to go with carry. That's what you're going to do. James, you're also going to go with carry. And Science Max, you're also going to go with carry. Nice. Now they can move some stuff around. Right, you are set to... Oh, you know what? Oops. I, like, planned this overflow and everything. Well, that's weird. What's it doing there? This tile is caught with, like, water here somehow, but carbon dioxide trapped in there. It's a vortex of death. Or at least of breathlessness. Which is, you know, less terrible than death. Gosh, it's going to be a lot of cold dupe labor to do all that. Diggy diggy hole. Okay, so we drained most of that. We can get up here and reach a little bit more. There. There. That should suffice. We'll let all this drop. It's gonna happen anyways, so eventually. Alright. We got our water reservoir moved. More research, please. Which way do we want to go right now? Let's go with bathrooms. For too long. We're pressured. Idle. Have we found anything else? Well, I know there is a bunch of water over here that's warm, polluted water. Okay. Big abyssite wall all the way up to here. All the way down through here. That is a good temperate base. That will stay nice and green for a long time, I would think. So I would say let's not break into the abyssite if we can avoid it. So where would we go for here? This is the access. Kinda don't want it to be that far. We could make that into a farm instead. It's not a full-size one. Then we could put the ranches down here. I think that's probably the better go. Except for they're just, it's not big enough. I do like the idea of funneling them up through here, but now that this is going to be broken, I care less about it than I did. Gonna have to feed them properly. A lot, actually. That. Right, the farm, the mealwood is growing. So hopefully we'll be able to get around having more mush bars for a while. Mealwood seed, 1. Thanks. A stylish scientist that doesn't like agriculture, a digger with master art skills, and a gourmet that farts all the time in the kitchen. What's the research and the digging here, guys? Aesthetic design. Yeah. And unless we get a scientist, I don't see why any of these would be great for us right now. And our scientist is like 16 plus skill right now, so really not necessary at all. Researcher building tidying. Oh man. Disappointed. Speaking of pointing, you need, of course, carrying. Everybody needs it one time. Yeah, so leaving this active for now is probably going to be the go-to. Can't imagine why I'd want to break that right now. Just don't see it. So if we did all the way up here, we really also wouldn't get a reserve lined up perfectly. I'll have to fiddle with it. I wish I'd have noticed this before. Banking on that, because I probably could have made it differently positioned over here, which would have been very useful. What are you doing, dude? Oh, you're narcoleptic, right. Sleeping on the job, on the ladder. Well, the insulating tiles is good to do. Pretty rough, but whatever. At least it's Axe down there doing it. He's not bad at it. Max is like, heck, I'm not getting my toesies wet. Why would I do that? This can be deconstructed. All right. Nearly done that corner. Take all that out. Yeah, right now they're getting a big morale boost for going through there. Really good one. If you're not really, there you go. You got it. Joe's not gone through. They look 14, 15, 14. That's because they got the morale bonus for the Nature Reserve of 6 and the Great Hall of 4, which is most of that skill, or most of that stuff. Farmer Joe hasn't been through recently. He doesn't get the bonuses. Where's Farmer Joe? You pass out again on the ground somewhere, Joe? Where are you at? You're already in bed. Well, hopefully you'll be up earlier rather than later. See, he's not waking up until immediately after this tile ends. Now he's actually not up yet. Oh, really? Rest per cycle, hunger. So you're, what is it, stamina? You're only at 73. Yeah, okay. Kind of expected him to be up early. Starvation. Oh, you've just been sleeping through the night so long you woke up hungry, like I do most mornings. Alright, you're gonna want maybe some of that at some point. Little farm going. Let's go ahead and mop up this stuff here. This is soggy feet happening things. Yuck. Don't want it. At least they won't get that debuff when they're walking across that little splash of water. Axe is really loving to get in there, but it's such a long walk in here. You only have to get in there once. That's all we really need you in there for. So. I guess I was going to say we got to bring all the water over here too, but these guys don't take water. Neither do their farm plots, so. Since they're not hydroponic farm plots, we don't have to fiddle with trying to convince them that they should have their water lines, even though they definitely don't ever use them with mealwood in a hydroponics farm. See, look, look how long he has to go freezing and all the rest just to get in to do a couple steps of a job, and he doesn't even have enough time to finish. We could fix that by running a vertical ladder on this side. Oh, that's not a ladder, is it? Those don't look very ladder-like at all. Okay. This is good. We got some farm action going. There's some dirt piled into a block that we're stuffing plants in that grow and crawl along their... Yeah, they're pretty gross. I love it. Ranch, though. Kinda wanted to have a better one. Alright, well, we'll use the space we have. So let's go with, here. 96 brings us to just inside this wall. We can adjust all of this, to be honest, later. I could actually get, if we get a pip, we could turn, like, we could put some stuff in here and to make this into a space again, or we could turn these two into one, like one there and one there, so the more options, they have more likelihood of colliding with the nature reserve. That's how you do it. That's how one interacts with the nature reserve. Aggressively charging into it. Them plants going, everybody. Temperatures, where are we at here? We arrested the temp on that side quite nicely. That's good. Sneak peeking down here, see if we see anything new. This is the off to the other asteroid fun. Not yet. I'm hearing like a radio signal. Static. Radio signal static through the darkness there. That's weird. Alright. So that's quite a bit of work still to mess around with there. But over here, I think we should be ready to put in our animal thingy. Go there. And we'll come in. Oh, we'll come in through here. To there. We should probably make airflow tiles work, but maybe the top one will be the Drecos. We could do Drecos differently too. Drecos could be a vertical box instead, not vertical like totally vertical shaft, but we could make Drecos that were like a little more compacted. Like instead of being 4 tall, they could be like, I don't know, 6, 7 tall. That's 96 tiles right there. You could fill that with hydrogen and make a decent spot for them there. Don't like that. And then you only need to have mealwood growing in the bottom, and let's say yeah, if we had some mealwood growing and had hydrogen filling like most of it, and they spent. I'm trying to think of ways to get them to spend more time walking around in it without. In the hydrogen to get more scale growth without having the Drecos or without having their plants, their mealwood food being eaten or being stifled by the hydrogen. Yeah, we'll see. Diggy. Actually, build, not dig. You guys are definitely building. Probably the emptying of this is wholly not necessary right now. I'll leave it. I can barely get through here at all without breaking that thing. Can I even? That works. It's going to take that out there. Pull those apart, please. Build under that. Yeah, it will work. I don't think this will break anything. There we go. We just got the autosave. No, I think we'll be good. I haven't seen any exotic animals. Like, I'm very surprised. Thought we got them in like the pods and stuff. I'm seeing no exotic biomes, which is expected on this landmass, on this island. Oh, nice jump. How quickly they can do stuff once they get going, it's awesome. And mop that up. Want that crap sitting on the ground. There you go. Again, the oxygen and this compression of this carbon dioxide tile in here. it was getting stuck to the bottom, the surface of the water. Hey. How far do we need? Right to the door, I believe. So this needs to be the actual door space. There and there for now. Then we'll have a ranch. Like that, guys. Alright, who's our next lucky contestant on Get Skipped? No, hold on. An operator's good. You just have decreased animal husbandry, immune to food poisoning, increased medicine, operating and digging. Lindsay, you're looking like the positive here. I do love those high numbers on Ada's supply, but being able to carry a ton is great. You could really move things around, but that's 400 kilograms, which is just 1 point. But you have that on top of it. Now, you don't move fast or anything. Critter aversion and pacifist. You know what? Lindsay, I think you might have made it. You might have made it through the 53rd filter. There we have it. Lindsay. Lindsay is going to get her first skill. We could do digging, but I think we might do the carrying. Don't need to be... Well, mechatronic engineer. Yeah, carrying is part of that process, so we'll do that. We'll give you a... well, yeah, we'll give you a carrying hat. That's fine. Your hat on. Blink. Excellent. Yeah, this is very awkward. Oh man, Max, you were trying. You're about to say something, wave at a friend as you ran by, and then face plant. Big digging in here. Come on. Go faster. Put all the stuff in. It's a lot of igneous rock. Why the heck are we using igneous rock for all of this? Did we run out of sandstone? No, we did not. Whoa, not doing that anymore. Oh, how much igneous rock do we build this stuff out of? That's terrible. That's such a waste. Well, we might have enough to not worry about it for a while. I only have 12.4 tons of it, actually. That isn't enough. But hey, we got 25% faster productivity with our new Lindsay friend. Cycle 29. Bliss burst in there. I don't know if I want to use this for any of the arc-type spaces. At least 2 of these have to get chopped up. We're gonna have to go up into the 3rd level for that. That's gonna be breaking the terrain pattern. Oh, okay, here we are. Look at that. Didn't realize we were that close. Oh, yeah, of course. That's all igneous rock, so we're not in any issues with igneous rock. There and there and there and there is all igneous rock. I'm fine with that. And the abyssite even separates these two sections. So this is a small little whatever biome, and again, not a Pacu. I'm getting very concerned about that. We don't get any Pacu? Very sad. kind of surprised there's none on the map. None at all. Find it's already gone. The only part of the messages I got. Oh, hold on. It was a oh, internet. We'll happily show that very offensive message you sent, Fellinger. Looks like you have a minor something of stress. Minor amount? Hold there. Minor amount of stress. You added the word minor and the last word in there, and YouTube was scared. You were a terrible human. So it tried to get me to block you. Right, that is all walled in with actual sandstone tiles, so let's go ahead and do this. Boop. Actually, also go ahead and do this. That water. It is polluted water. How'd you get there? Oh, well, we can mop that up. There, go do that, guys. Get up there and diggy down. Might as well let it all drop. Then we don't have to, we can put critters in here and it won't die. There, take all that out. Let everything fall. Dig enough that you can get into it. Collapsed ceiling. It's hardly a collapsed ceiling, friend. I do not want that last piece gone. Please do not break that. Mop. Urgently. Go, mop, faster. All this water's gonna have to, there you go. Everybody now, get your feet all dirty and yucky lunged. Alright, take that out. You, and another mop. Go. Alright, good. That goes, and then you're now... Take this tile out. Then you're going to put in that. Now, hold on. We should probably put some airflow tiles for these things. Let's say we go... that. Go. Like that, but not over here. That's silly. Okay, and then from there we just need to start setting up the first animal stuff. So you're gonna have the feeder and the drop-off, and then the station for grooming, and that's it for our first hatch farm. We'll get you going just enough to get the hatches. I guess with this mess here, we could kind of ignore it for quite a while and put incubators in that space. Right, we could use this as like an incubation line there for now. Not a hate. I don't hate the idea, but kind of sort of do. Put a couple of those guys in, put in the automation for them on, I guess, probably a timer and a dupe sensor. They're too close to each other to do dupe sensor, but no, that's fine. That'll keep either of them running when the other is. Although when dupes fly by, it'll turn it on and off, but that's okay. See power in there. It's not efficient, not great, but it'll do. All the things, please. All right, hatches and hatchlings. If we could then go and get this done. Close that all up, and that'll mean we can start wrangling our hatches. So you're going to want to relocate this. I'll put a mechanized door there. No, not a mechanized door. Just that. You go away. You go away. You go away. And you go away. You're not going away for long. We're replacing you. Okay, furniture. We need the water cooler back in here. Hot in there. My goodness, that's lovely decor. What a beautiful place. Let's get that guy on to sweep location, or sweep instructions. Then we're going to clean out the mess in here once these are done. So those. Well, that goes in. They'll get power in here in a bit. Go back with the giant bliss burst. They just love being in here, I bet. Alright. This is set up now. Oh, there's some more water pouring in, huh? That's unfortunate. Better mop this up. That is not moppable. Get it all? Good. All water gone. Okay. That. Then we're going to go ahead and sweep in here. Right to there. Go. Lots of work. Still tempted to leave this stuff up here, so we'll go in like this. Get through there. Oh no, I need to access this stuff too. Not that one? No, you won't be able to get in there. Won't be able to get up and down that way then. Okay. I'll go. Bye-bye. It's pip or die for the nature reserves, that's for sure. This one's all... What the heck? Oh, guys, come on. Seriously, you did it again. Get out. Just get out. Clean the place up. Come on. Come on, somebody mop that piece too. Thank you. Alright. Stop that nonsense. Good here, we're good there. Power is being run not spectacularly, but we're only running 600 here in a smart battery. We're not needing both generators like we did last time. Again, another little time saver. What happened here? What did I do? Oh, that was natural tiles for a bit, wasn't it? And I ran power. Yeah, it was still natural tiles there. It's like, what did I do to break the place? How's the oxygen? Still keeping up nicely. The one good side of having only 5 dupes, you don't really have a problem with that. Now this, I want to think this through. I want to have a spot where we put polluted water. We might just dig a little reservoir in here. Because I want a spot that's actually like germy polluted water that doesn't mix with these other things. Let's do that. Go like that, and then we go down quite a bit, I suppose. You just do that. Just have a deep pit. When we have power, I don't know, maybe we'll even close it up. Let's do that. Let's actually have it close. Don't do that. Take that out. Put in a tile. We'll even use an insulator. Oh, we got a chance for a number 6 duplicate. Field mushrooms. Big builder with strength, immune to food. You fart, but that's not that bad. A really good cook now. Germ resistant, decreased machinery. I like the idea of the cook. An old yodeling cook. Kinda love it. Higby? He's even got a cool name. Yeah, I get it now. Get it now, fellas. Alright, so we got a new dude. Higby's our cook. In fact, Higby's our only cook. Only Higby can cook, please. Oh, I didn't realize I had put tidying that high, but that's okay. We could, oops, we could switch it to high instead of extreme high. Higby. You're there, okay. Yeah, I'm entirely okay with this. Alright, you're ready to go. Let's go with sedimentary rock in here. And get them a ranchin'. Alright, so this is going to be set up as a hatch and hatch. You're going to be on a 45 and 180 setting. You're at the same timing right now, but hatch eggs for both of you. That out. They'll fix up the power here to get this thing all connected and get our lights running in there. And then you're set to hatches, but let's go down to 8. It says supposed to be having sedimentary rock, so let's bring up the requirement on that. And then we just have to wrangle things. Find our wrangling. One there. We have a couple over here. We have some eggs sitting around in there too. That's okay. Let's see, do we see a dude down here? I don't remember if he stayed down here, if I moved him. I might have moved him. You guys there? Oh, there's only 2 of you. One of them must have died, maybe? Okay. It's possible, I suppose. There's the last hideout. Alright, we need the space for the polluted water so it starts getting out of my way. We'll put a bottler there, and we'll put a bottler here. We could put a pitcher pump here, but it's really not urgent right now. We got this one over here still working away. Research can continue. Kind of blasting through that. No egg selected. That's not what I thought I did. Okay, I'm gonna have this one reset as soon as we get an egg put in, or right about now actually. They're offset. Reset timer. You start. You're at the bottom. Well, either signal will produce a green, which would turn the wire into green, I believe. That's how that works. So this guy can also be a hatch egg. Go. Watch the automation next time somebody comes through here. Yes. Passing by activates the green over here when the other one's red, so it puts the whole thing online. It's good. Hey, you, wrangle. Can we get a hug here, Rancher? Alright, our Rancher should be set to doing that top priority. Yep, supply goes down then. You're the only one with ranching, eh? Well, Joe, you don't get to do the other things urgently anymore. Rest, log face support, toggling, maybe that's okay, but this is going to actually end up being polluted water, but I really don't know if I want to throw it in there yet. There you go, 3 hatches in. And a hatch egg that's not been hugged yet. Oh well. Come on, where's the other hatch egg? Oh, these aren't set to priority. So these need to be absolutely urgent for them to rush over and deal with it, right? You're out of the timer, you can be set back on to begin. Oh no, that's bad timing because our rancher's now off to bed. Oh boy. Okay. Toilets are taking care of all this time, so they should be fine. Going forward. Oxygen levels are still brilliant. Love it. Alright, well, guys, that's a decent start. We're 33 cycles in. Didn't starve anybody, which is a thing. Good thing. We got 22,000 muckroot and a bit of meal lice. We've clearly got more to go here. There's the first hug. At least the first one that I've seen. You're also hugged, so I missed the first one. There you go. Cycles are well balanced. We got meal lice coming off the farm. Got a bit of a decent spot up here. We do have to clean up some of this polluted oxygen and crap from somebody peeing on the floor. We're working on a reservoir, a little deep lockable reservoir here. I'm gonna actually go and put a insulated. Wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. We need the fibers though. We'll put a manual airlock. Does it have less resource requirement? Sure it does. Half as much. Right, I'll drop it down there. And then this cavern will be filled with polluted oxygen when it after we get the yucky water in there, but we'll leave it closed so it doesn't fill this base with polluted oxygen unless it becomes something that we want to take advantage of. To do that, we could also do with that we could also do a couple of these. Just deodorizers here. And I think that would be worth cleaning the air up a bit. They're in here. Then we'd want to have one over here as well. Put an airflow tile in there. Not on that side. Power can come around somewhere here. There you go. Alright, that'll take care of the polluted oxygen situation. We got our first ranch up, a little bit of a makeshift mealwood. I'm not sure which resource we're going to farm or what food direction we're going to go in right away. I was expecting to try to redo the Pacu idea. But it doesn't look like there's any Pacus around, or at least none that we've seen so far. Drecos. We've already hit the west wall here. Yeah, not seeing any wonders around here. Like Pacus. It's very weird. I don't think I've ever had a Terrania that doesn't have Pacus very early on, so things are different this time around, and hopefully we will be able to see some of the dino stuff. I was expecting to have a bunch coming out the pods here and there and experimenting with new critters, but not happening. Our first hatches are getting a nice polish. Yeah, we'll get things rolling again and see which direction we head in this next stream. We'll stay tuned for this coming week. It will be when I can, so we might do one tomorrow, We don't do them Tuesday, we don't do them Friday. So we'll see. I won't be doing them Saturday. So all those days are occupied for family things, so. But I love the animations when they're slow. The size of that water bottle he's carrying strapped to his back. Thanks everyone for joining me. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. See you in game.